Welcome back, students. Today I'm going to talk about social institution and social organization. So in the previous class I have discussed about culture. These culture are a set of behavior or norms that are shared among the group members. So in the social institution and social organization, these two are the form of social control which help an individual to act or behave well in the society. So let us see what is the social institution and the social organization that we are having in our society. First of all, let us see what is the social institutions. The social institutions have been created by man from social relationships in society to meet such basic needs as stability, law and order, and clearly defined roles of authority and decision making. Every organization is dependent upon a certain recognized and established set of rules, traditions, and usages. These usages and rules may be given the name of institution. These are the form of procedures which are recognized and accepted by society and govern the relations between individuals and group. So first of all, the social institution have been created by man. Man created the social institution. As you recall from the earlier modules, the culture described a group's shared norms or acceptable behavior and values, whereas society describes a group of people who live in a defined geographical area and who interact with one another and share a common culture. Social institutions are the mechanism or pattern of social order focused on meeting the social needs. There is no fixed definition of the term social institution. The social institution has been defined by the different author or different sociologists. So number one we have is the definition given by Woodward and Maxwell. They said that an institution is a set of folkways and marries into a unit which serve as a number of a social function. So according to them, these institutions are a set of folkways. What is a folkways? A folkways is the customary ways of behaving in the society. You must have remembered in culture that the folkways are helping the individual to follow and act accordingly to what the society want them to behave. Then also they act as a set of marries. Marries, these are also the social norms that are widely observed within a particular society or culture. Marries determine what is considered morally acceptable or unacceptable within any given culture. It might be different from culture to culture, but the meaning is the same. And then we have the definition given by Horton. Horton said that an institution is an organized system of social relationship which embodies certain common values and procedures and meet the basic needs of the society. If you remember group is also one of the definition, which is when we talk about the social group, we understand that the social group, they are not just ordinary group, they are not just common group, nor they are not just an aggregate of people or category of people. Groups in the society is a organized social group. So in an institution is also an organized system of social relationship. That means it's having its own goals and objectives to function in the society. Then we have the definition given by Landis. Landis said that a social institution are formal cultural structures devised to meet the basic social needs. What are the basic social needs of human being? The basic social needs are those which is related to food, shelter, clothing. Also comes the basic need like the interaction with the other group members or the relationship with the other members of the society. So according to Landis, the social institutions are the formal cultural structure. These culture structured are devised to meet the basic social needs of the individual. Now let us see the characteristics of institutions. The social institutions are the means of controlling an individual. Controlling an individual so that they can act well and behave well in the society. Institution depends upon the collective activities of men. That means it includes all the activities performed by each and every group members. It is not only one person. right? So in the social institution, they depend on the collective activities of men, like their action, their life, their movement, their tasks, or their work, or their job, or it can be their motions, or it can be the labor. All these collectivities are together in order to form an institutions. Then the institutions have some definite procedures which are formed on the basis of custom and dogmas. So we have seen in the custom are a way of behaving which a particular group or society has had for a long time, right? For in a formal way, we can say that the custom are something that a person does regularly. For example, like drinking your tea, or you can take the way you are taking bath, or the way you are talking to your friends, your language, or the way you are saying hello, or pranam, or thank you in your own language and in your own sign and symbols. That comes under the custom. So they are form based on these, and then also they are form based on the dogmas. Dogmas is a kind of a religion. I will say that in the dogmas it is just beliefs, or a set of beliefs that the people are expected to accept as true without questioning. If we talk in a broad sense, in any belief held is unquestioning, and also it is undefended certainty. It may be formed an official system or principle of doctrines of a religion. For example, there is no question about such set of beliefs of the people. Then number 4, we have institution is more stable than other means of social control. It doesn't change frequently. And let's take an example of a religion institution. It is also stable. Family institution, it is also stable than government, than education. So these institutions are more stable as compared to other means of social control. Then every institution has some rules which must be compulsorily obeyed by the individual. In each and every institution, be it a family, be it a political, be it a religion, we all have different sets of rules and principles that we need to follow. If we are talking about the family institution, we have to go according to the rules of what the family is teaching us. And if we talk about the religion institution, the religion is another approach. It is different from what the family institution is. In the religion, we talk more about faith, more about the dogmas, more about the set of beliefs and principles that the particular religion is teaching us. So it is different from different institution to another institution, but it is more or less in the concept or the objectives towards an individual is the same. That is, a target is to change the behavior of a person, because they are like a device to meet the basic needs of the human being, how you should act well, how you should behave well in the society. Now let us see what are the major institutions in rural sociology. The major institutions in rural sociology are the political, educational, economic, family, and religion. Number 1 we have is the political institution. Government as political institution administer the regulatory functions of law and order and maintain security in the society. Form of government and its method of working depends on the accepted pattern of behavior in a society. Development work is nowadays a major responsibility of the government. For effective implementation of programs, government may decentralize its functioning by creating local self-government like panchayats at a different level. The main function of the government is to safeguard the fundamental rights of the people, to provide security to the people, to safeguard them. Also, they help in regulates the family relationship. Then also we can see that they help in welfare organization to make different policies to provide the basic facilities to the backward classes and tribes. And also they help in control the individual by giving punishment, physical punishment to any criminals. Fear of the punishment, it often checks the antisocial and illegal activities of the people. It helps in formulating of laws, it helps in spreading of education as well, and also help in the internal and external protection for the society. Thus it's not only helping in all the just of the safeguard, but when we talk about the government is also responsible for the implementation of the programs in order to raise the standard of living of the people in the rural areas. Then let us see the education. The education institution is a process of socialization. It begins informally at home and then formally in the educational institution. Education as an institution, it helps in developing of knowledge, skill, attitude, and understanding of the people and strive to make them competent members of the society. Education widens the mental horizon of the people and make them receptive to new ideas. The education is a social institution through which the society where the children are taught the basic academic knowledge, learning skill, and cultural norms. Every nation in the world is equipped with some of the form of education. Though those systems vary greatly, they help the individual to grow in order to not only in the form of the discipline or in the form of the skill or the attitude or knowledge, but also in the way in which the individual will help themselves when it comes to a certain situation where it is meant to react upon it. So the educational institute have equipped the individual with each and every basic knowledge, attitude, and skill and understanding in order also to provide them a new horizon to think what they should do and to give them more ideas about the current trend or the situation that is going on in the present. So education helps the individual to socialize with the people around them. So let us now see the other institution, that is we have the economic. The economic institution helps the individuals to provide them with the basic physical sustenance of the society by meeting the needs for food, shelter, clothing, and other necessary supply and services. Economic institutions include agriculture, industry, marketing, credit and banking system, cooperative, etc. So the development of the agriculture, commerce, and industry necessitate elaborated marketing, exchange, and greater investment of capitals. All these economic processes affect the social life too. Economic and society move in cooperation. We have seen through the industrial revolution how it bring up the set of big industries for the production of large scale that also become possible with later on with the change in the distribution system. So through the economic institution, it provide us the production, the distribution and consumption of goods and services. It help us to create goods and render services to satisfy the human wants. There are different factors to produce the goods, right? We have the, like example, we have the natural resources, the labor, then we have the capital, the technology, the entrepreneur, government, etc. So with the help of the economic institution, it helps to bring about a change in the basic necessity of the human being. Then we have the important institution is the family institution. The family is the most basic institution in the society. The family is a system of organized relationships involving workable and dependable ways of meeting the basic social needs. Let us see the definition of the family. So the family, the word family came into an English in the 15th century. Its root lies in Latin word famulus, servant. Okay, I will repeat. The word family came into English in the 15th century. Its root lies in Latin word which means famulus, that is servant. Famulus, servant. So the first meaning in English was close to a modern word household, a group of individuals living under one roof that included blood relations and servant. So the word family, according to the Burgess and Locke, is that as a group of a person united by the ties of marriage, blood, or adoption, constituting a single household, interacting and intercommunicating with each other in their respective social roles of husband and wife, mother and father, son and daughter, brother, sister, creating a common culture. So they are a group of words that have a common features or pattern. They have the combination of the similar sound and wonderful tools for those we can see that the family are very important in the society, because from the family we learn so many things. From the family is how we started to learn our culture. The family help us to learn what we are supposed to be now is what the family has taught us. So the nearest English definition of the family is household, which refer to the people having blood relation, and servant as well, belonging to the same household and residing under the same roof. So all the individuals here make up a family according to Burgess and Locke. Then we have the definition given by Eliot and Merrill. They define the family as a biological social unit composed of a husband, wife, and children. So the family composed of husband, wife, and children. Then let us see the characteristic of the family. Family is the most universal group. That means you can find the family in the whole world, right? In every part on the corner of the world you can find family. Then family is classified based on the structure, patriarchal or matriarchal, and residence. Number one we have is the patriarchal family. It is a family where male is the head of the family, inclusive of the power. He is the owner and administrator of the family property and right. To him all persons living in the family are subordinated. That means in the patriarchal family, the head of the family is the male. So the power lies in the male, and he is the owner and administrator of the family property and rights. The inheritance is passed by from the male to the other generation or to the children based on the male line. And in the matriarchal family, the authority vests in the woman head of the family. The male is subordinate to her. That means that the male is having less power or authority in the matriarchal family. Then she is the owner of the property and rules over the family, whereas in the patriarchal, the male is the owner of the properties. And then in the matriarchal family you can find these type of family in the Khasi tribe of Meghalaya, or Khasi, Jaintia and Garos of the Meghalayas, and also in the traditional Nair in Kerala. Among these are very popular in India, which comes under the matrilineal society. Then we have the family characteristic based on residence. The family is classified as matrilocal. The matrilocal in the type of this family is that the husband goes to live in the house of his wife. I think that is clear. Patrilocal family, wife goes and lives in the house of her husband. So after the marriage, in the matrilocal, the husband has to go and live with his wife, whereas in the patrilocal, the wife has to go and live with her husband after marriage. Then we have the based on the marriage, the family is classified as monogamous. The monogamous family, polygamous, and polyandrous. In the monogamous, a man marries one man. Mono means one or single. So in this type of family, a man marries one woman at a time. In the polygamous, the one marries many women at one time. And in the polyandrous, one man marries many women and lives with all of them, or each of them alternatively. Number 5, we have the family based on the ancestry, or number 1 is we have the matrilineal. Here the woman is believed to be the ancestor of the family. That means she possesses all the properties and ownership and rights of the heritage, right? And in the patrilineal family, the ancestry continues through the father, from the father to the son to the grandson and so on. So the family ancestor is coming from the male line, whereas in the matrilineal it's coming from the female line. The last institution that we are going to study is the religion. Religion is belief in supernatural. Religion constitutes a set of beliefs regarding the ultimate power in the universe, the ideal and proper pattern of behavior and ceremonial ways of expressing these beliefs. Religion also provides a foundation for the mores of the society. Taboos in various cultures have religious sanction. Religion provides a means by which individuals can face crises and ups and downs in life with strength and fortitude. The sociologist group religious organization is of three categories. According to the sociologist group, the types of religion are divided into three categories. Number one we have is the church, number two is a sect, and number three is a cult. So the church is a religious group integrated with the society. For example, we have the Roman Catholic Church. Then we have the sect, that is a religious group that sets itself apart from the society as a whole. Example, the Amish of the Pennsylvania are a classic sect. Though Christian, they choose to set apart from the rest of the society by their lifestyle, which eschew many aspects of the modernity. Right. Then the third one we have is a cult. A cult is a religious group that is outside the standard cultural norms, typically centered around the charismatic leader. So these three are the types of the religious group that you can find in the society according to the sociologists. And also we have the religious beliefs based on the set of belief. Either they are monotheistic or they are polytheistic. Some religions are based on the belief in a single deity, so they are called as a monotheistic, and those that encompass many deities are called as the polytheistic. So these are the important term that we use in religion. So the religion helps the individuals to act accordingly morally, and it helps the individual to follow the teaching, the principle, the dogma, the ideology of what is taught in the religion itself. So in every different religion they teach us different things. I'm not going into details of all the different religion in the world, but I'll just take an example of Christianity. In a Christian religion, they teach us that Jesus is the savior, or the son of God, which is the redeemer of mankind. So it is expected by the church and by the religion that we have to follow what Jesus has taught us. All the good things and the deeds that Jesus Christ has done in this world when he was alive is expected to believe by us, the believers and the followers of Christ. So in the same way, other religion also teaches the same things and the same based on their own principles, right? So the religion provide as a foundation of the mores, what things to do and what not to do in the society. Then it provide as a means by which an individual can face the crisis up and downs in life with strength and fortitude. It gives us sometimes the question and answer to the inexplainable things, but it is just dogmas or faith that we believe, and it is unquestionable because that is something which we cannot explain because it is supernatural, right? So these are the different types of institution in the society, and the importance of these institution in the society is that it shape an individual in order to act and behave in what the society want him or her to behave, right? So that is all about the social institution. Now let us talk about the social organization. Social organization. Anderson defined organization as those classes of human relationship structures wherein people purposefully associate in systematically arranged units to promote and achieve some common purposes or interests that are not specifically expressed in the institution. Organization is a state of being, a condition in which the various institutions in the society are functioning in accordance with their recognized or implied purposes. This definition is given by Eliot and Merrill. So in the social organization, it simply means that the classes of human structure. It refers to the aspect of the interaction system. It refers to the independence of part in the groups. These groups may vary in size and nature from workers to the factories. Many sociologists prefer the term social system to refer to the society as such rather than social organization. So in the social organization, it articulates the different parts which perform various functions. It is an active group device for getting something done. Then the essential characteristic of organizations Number one, they have a clearly defined limit. In keeping with a specific purpose and interest, the limits within which an organization operates are clearly defined goals and activities is polarized around these goals. An organization should have a clearly defined limit. That means it should know its purpose, it should know its goals, it should also function with the goals and objectives. Second thing is organization have a formal membership status and role. There are several aspects of the membership in an organization. Membership can be voluntary and motivated by specialized individual interest. Organizations are mostly completely government sponsored or sanctions. So in the organization, there are several aspects in which the member can become the member of any part of the organization. It can be through your voluntary participation, or it can be through the motivation that you get from any specialized individual's interest. Then we have the self-contained administrative structure. Each organization has its own administrative structure with roles and functions clearly defined and prescribed. In every organization, they are the administrative, the controlling power in which makes the organization comes together in order to function as one unit. So in each and every organization, there is an administrative in which they control the organization, they provide the roles and functions so that the objectives can be achieved by that organization. Number 4, operative principles, procedures and goals. All organizations have a carefully stated constitutions and bylaws, sometimes required by law, embodying objectives, rules, regulation and operational procedures. In every organization, you will see that they have their own rules and procedures and principles that the individuals and the member of the organization needs to follow. Then the provision for control, authority and decision making. The rules and regulation of an organization define authority, procedure for decision making and measures for maintaining conduct and behavior of members. In the organization, you are expected to behave according to what the organization wants you to do. You have to be disciplined. You have to be sure that your behavior is according to what the organization is expected you. For example, take a family of an educational institution. The organization that is working within the educational institution is that you have to be disciplined. You cannot rag people, you cannot fight in the university campus, for example. So you are expected to behave in a way that the organization wants you. Like a good student, you have to be disciplined, you have to behave. Number 6 is an outlet for individual interest. An organization enables a group of people sharing a common interest in the society to associate with one another, working together towards realization of the interest. It provides, in the organization, provide an individual to become one group, to function as a group, as a working group based on their interest. Then we have the characteristic of organization, that is it acts as a channel for purposeful action. In fulfilling its goal, an organization may influence the social decision and effect or stimulate a social change. It can even help in providing a purposeful action, and it helps in the individual to achieve its goals and objectives, and it can even help in stimulating the social change or the change in the society. Now let us see the types of organizations. On the basis of motives of participation. Number 1, on the basis of motives of participation. Individuals expect organization either to provide them personal satisfaction and pleasure or to enable them to be service of others. Thus, organization may be classified into those provide personal pleasure and satisfaction, such as an recreational clubs and service and a civic club. So number 1 is that the type of organization that you can find in the society is that on the basis of motive. That is a reason for doing something, right? what is the reason, what is the motive, or what is the reason behind the people action, willingness and goals to be in the organization. There is a motive for you to join a recreational club, to join a physical fitness club, etc. On the basis of the admission to membership, number one, inclusive. Inclusive means that it open to anyone who is interested. So you can join any organization you want because it is open to everyone, irrespective of their age, gender, or irrespective of any of your educational class qualification or other set of attributes. But then in the inclusive organization, it is open to anyone, so you can be the member of any part of that organization. It's open to all. Next we have is a restricted organization. The organization which is open to those persons who possess predetermined classification, example an association of agricultural graduates. So in the type of membership, the restricted organization is open only for those who are already having a predetermined classification. Next is exclusive. The exclusive organization is where the admission is limited through selection by members of the organization. Example, Rotary International, when membership is at the discretion of the members of the club within its constitutional provision. So this will be selected based on the members of that particular organization. They will select you whether they will allow you or not to be the members of their organization. Then on the basis of the organizational operations, we have the select and the open. Select is where secrecy is maintained regarding goals and membership. So in the select organization, the goals and membership of that particular organization is secret and only known to its members. Whereas in the open organization, these type of organization are generally of a public knowledge. You will know what this organization is doing, what is its main aim and objective, what is its goals, and what is their function, and how is the authority running, or what is their plan of the organization. So in the open organization, it is open, all the goals and objective is known to the public, whereas in the secret or the select organization, it is known only to its members. Now let us see the roles of social organization in agricultural extension. Number one, it provides an outlet for individual interest. So an organization is a collectivity, right? It enables a group of people sharing a common interest in society to associate with one another, working together towards realization of their interest. It helps in the smooth running of the organization. It depends on the mutual understanding, cooperation, and consensus about per and post individual in the organization is a must. So it helps the individual to unite together, bring together their common interests, and also work together for the benefits of their particular group. Then we have another role is that it acts as a channel for purposeful action. So and fulfilling its goal, an organization may influence social decision and effect or stimulate social change. So example, a farmers organization may be instrumental for bringing about land reform and other such measures to benefit the rural people. So it helps the people or the members of that organization to get specific aims and goals of their particular organization. It can even create a social change. If you see the organization, it is having its different function. So in an organization, different people have different types of work according to what they are and what they rank. Everybody has their own specific work in the organization. So when the people are working together as a unit of the organization, they function together, they can bring about a social change and can implement the aims and goals and objective of an organization into a purposeful action. Then number 3 is that an organization helps as a testing ground for new programs. So because of their modest size and flexibility, organization can test new program and project for possible advantage. So the importance of the organization in the rural areas is when we want to test any program through different organization that is already there in the grassroots level, we can easily test the program and also implement the program through the different types of the organization. So in a nutshell, I would like to say that an organization is a systematic collection of individuals that come together to achieve a common objective or goals, whereas the social institutions are those which are formed in order to create a specific cause, like to give education to the people or to change the knowledge, attitude, skills, and the understanding of the people in the society. So I hope you are clear with these two concepts related the social institution and the social organization. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment box, and also feel free to ask in the Google Classroom, and we will discuss it in the next class. Until then, I'll see you in the next class.